Hey guys, it's Super's Lair, and welcome back to Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Tag Force. And yes, the audio problem also happened on Tag Force. This episode, I believe I only went through a few tutorials and stuff, so I really didn't do much, I think. Next episode I didn't do much either. Again, you do have to keep in mind that I'm doing this game basically blind, and I'm just kind of fucking around, you know? It's not too serious. But you know, I got the plain sandwich. Fantastic. There's a card in it, and it was flipping the table, which is completely useless to the entire deck that I have built up. Anyway, so as of recording this, I'm basically, I just got back from work, and it was a crazy day, and tomorrow is going to be even crazier. So basically, when this is uploaded, I'll be actually at work doing some really just... There's some insane stuff that we have to do tomorrow. Or, well, an insane amount of stuff. It's not like... The stuff we're doing isn't insane on its own. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. I do kind of want to talk about a game, actually. There is a game I do want to talk about. Just a random thing. I kind of want to just mention a few things. So, in the past few days, I've been playing Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. I think I may have mentioned this in one of the Kingdom Hearts episodes, but I kind of wanted to just mention that, you know, out of all the racing games that I've played in the past, I'd say like in the past 4 or 5 years, that one has to be the best, honestly. Like, the new Need for Speed Most Wanted was good, and it's definitely fun for like for free roaming, but for racing I didn't really like it as much. In terms of kart racers especially, it's one of the standout titles. And if you're going to say Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 7, I'll agree with you on Mario Kart Wii. That one was good, but I still think that Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed is better. And in terms of Mario Kart 7, I can only say this. Screw you. I seriously don't like that game. I bought it, and don't get me wrong, it's okay as a Mario Kart game. It's not, like, it's definitely not one of the best. And I think anyone will agree, anyone will agree with me on this. But it was just not well set up, in my opinion. There were no surprises, there was nothing that really... There was nothing that sort of drew me in when I was playing the game. Whereas with Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, I was a lot more drawn in, I was a lot more invested. So yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I like about Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed is that you can basically keep a boost going through all of the races. As long as you can practice and get good at drifting, you can actually get really, like, a really long boost. So, yeah, I'm not really talking about Tag Force because, to be honest, there's not much to talk about. I don't really do anything. I actually, something pretty cool, actually, I think I talked about this when recording Kingdom Hearts, like Kingdom Hearts commentary yesterday, but, the new monitor that I purchased, it's a 120 hertz monitor, and watching stuff, like, watching stuff and playing games in a higher frame rate is amazing. It's really good. You'll have to excuse me, I'm drinking ginger ale right now. There's no particular reason, it's just because it was convenient. It's convenient because it's in a half-liter bottle and I didn't feel like pouring Pepsi into a glass, so... whatever. Yeah. But, yeah, Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, you can basically keep a boost going the entire time. So long as you get good at drifting and you hit all of the boost, like, points in the level, you can pretty much keep a boost going through the entire race. And that can actually give you a pretty big advantage. Yeah, it really helps. I gotta say, the Sonic games, like, a lot of people hate pretty much all of the ones after Adventure and Adventure 2. And some people even hate those, but personally, I don't mind them. Like, I didn't play Sonic 06, I'll admit, because I don't have a PS3 or Xbox. I wasn't able to play Sonic 06 or Sonic Unleashed. But like, I mean, I played, for instance, I played Shadow the Hedgehog. Everyone hates that game. I freaking love it. I think it's a really good game, personally. It's definitely not one of the best. It could be better, don't get me wrong. But I still think it's a good game. Just like I think Dirge of Cerberus is a good game. I think both of those games are underappreciated. Oh, sorry, I hit the table with my bottle. So, that's pretty much like... It's not that I don't have standards, don't get me wrong, like... I know what's wrong with those games, and I know it is what's wrong with the games. But I can also appreciate them for what they were trying to do, which is kind of... For instance, with Shadow the Hedgehog, they were pretty much just introducing Shadow with his own game, you know, giving Shadow the Hedgehog his own game. And I thought it was good. It was fun. The branching paths were actually interesting because they gave you different levels for whatever ending you wanted to get or whatever path you decided to take. So, yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoyed that game immensely. With Dirge of Cerberus, it was pretty much just because I'm a huge fan of FF7, which, by the way, I will be playing after I finish recording this. Fun fact. But, okay, I have to mention something. Something, like, this has nothing to do with video games, a little bit to do with movies, nothing to do with TV shows or anything like that. It's actually a book. A book I had to read for school about a year ago. And that book is Ender's Game. I had to read it for English class. And we had a choice between two books, Ender's Game and The Killer's Cousin. And I had heard a lot of good things about Ender's Game, and so I decided, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll read it. I read that book twice before the exam. I got a perfect score on the exam, and I read it one more time last semester again. And I'll probably read it again because it is by far one of my favorite books of all time, basically. It's one of the best books I have read basically ever. It's just really good. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I enjoyed that book immensely, and I really recommend, if you're looking for a good book to read, and you're into I can't talk today. If you're into sci-fi, especially, and you want a really good book, get Ender's Game. Just get the book either from a library or buy it if you're so inclined. Just find some way and just get the book. It is really good. It really is. It's one of the best, to be honest. Now you'll see me in the duel here. You'll see me take a lot of risks at times because my opponents actually do have a lot of face down cards often, or I attack face down monsters or something. There's no particular reason for this. I just do it because like I want to get the action going. I do this when I play the actual card game as well because I'm like, it's not that I want to lose or anything like that. I hate losing, just like anyone. But, nevertheless, I still do often enjoy doing a lot of this. Whoa, almost dropped my bottle. I enjoy doing a lot of this stuff because it's sort of, how do I say this? It spices up the gameplay a little bit. Makes it a little more risky, which sometimes pays off, most of the time doesn't, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, there's no immediate payoff at all. Excuse me. Now, because I'm not really like talking about Yu-Gi-Oh anyway, I do want to recommend. I want to give a recommendation. Just one. It's a very short recommendation. I just want to get this out of the way. If you're ever in the mood for an action MMO, if you're looking for an MMO that will give you fast-paced action combat and not too many skills to use at a time, so that you don't have to you basically don't have to think too much, then I do recommend Neverwinter. I tried it out when it came out because I'm actually a huge fan of the original Neverwinter Nights. Not so much the second one, but the first one is really good. But I tried it out and I was genuinely surprised. It is honestly, it's probably the best MMO I've ever played. Especially considering that I have almost reached max level now. I haven't played for a while. I've been playing with a friend of mine, and we haven't really been in the game for a while because it's been kind of like, I wouldn't say it's been insane per se. It's just been kind of meh. But nonetheless, it's still sort of, it's a really good game. We really need to get back into it, and I want to get up to the max level so that I can actually say, for once, I've reached max level in an MMO. For some reason, I just want to be able to say that. I tried doing that with Guild Wars 2. That did not work out. Guild Wars 2 is a good game. It's just, there's something about it. I don't know. It just feels like when you get into it, when you get to the bare basics of it, it's just like every other MMO. And Neverwinter, to an extent, is the same in terms of quests and stuff. What I like about it really is the gameplay itself. It's a lot more fast-paced, it's a lot more action-oriented. You're doing a lot more than in many other games. So, I mean, it can be basically put down to button mashing, but I like button mashing. I like games like Devil May Cry, Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I like that game, actually, at least from the demo I played. Stuff like that. I like those kinds of games because I feel like I'm actually doing something. I'm not just pressing a button and watching a pretty animation like in Kingdom Hearts 2. I really don't like the reaction commands in Kingdom Hearts 2, if you didn't notice. But yeah, I like the sort of button mashing aspect of games. I think it's cool. So, I'm basically, right now, I'm sitting in my dark room, I'm looking at my computer monitor, and I'm trying to see if there's anything on my desktop or in my Steam games list that is worth talking about. There is one game, actually. I can talk about Evoland. Evoland is interesting. I bought the game during the Steam summer sales this year, and I bought it mainly because, like, I had actually looked at the screenshots beforehand, and I was like, it doesn't really look too good. But I only looked at like 1 or 2 screenshots. When I actually started researching the game, when it actually went on proper sale, I started actually looking at it. It is so cool. It's really cool to see the evolution of action RPGs and turn-based RPGs just sort of happen in front of you, like, right before your eyes. It's so cool. It's just... I enjoyed it so much. The only problem with it is that there's not too much replay value except when you're showing someone the game. That's pretty much the only replay you're gonna get out of the game. There's not too many variables, to be honest. At least not from where I've gotten. I haven't actually finished the game. But like, where I am right now, there haven't been too many variables, and thus, there's not too much replay value. Like, maybe in a few years I want to see that again, that sort of evolution, and I'll play it again, but not anytime soon. I can say that much. But if you want a really good indie game, if you want a fantastic indie game, in fact, as random as it may seem, I do actually want to recommend a indie game. Well, a sort of indie game. I don't know if it's... I think it would definitely be considered indie developed, but I'm not sure. Checking out the Steam store page during recording, that's really weird. At least according to Steam, it's an indie game, so I'll count that. Fantastic. This is true quality stuff. Anyway, yeah, this game is, well, the game that I'm talking about is known as Beat Hazard. I've probably talked about it in the past. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it in the past. But it's a game I really enjoyed. I thought it was really fun. And I still think it's really fun. I still play it to this day. I have, at this moment, 18 hours played on Steam. And occasionally, if I'm just, like, trying to find something to do, I'll play some Beat Hazard. Because it works. It's a fun game. If you just want to sit and listen to music, that's fine. But if you want to do something while you're listening to music, Beat Hazard is perfect for that because it syncs up to your music. And I was actually discussing this with my brother the other day, or yesterday rather, and we were talking about how, or at least in my opinion, I really love that there are more games that are sort of getting this concept worked in, where, you know, you import your own MP3 and the game develops differently depending on what song you have. I think that's a really cool concept, and I think it's a really cool idea because it allows you to play your music, not some pre-selected stuff like Guitar Hero and stuff. It allows you to play your own music without any trouble, and it works. It works. And that's what I find really cool about it. So anyway, we don't have too much left of this episode. Only about 3 minutes. Talked about some interesting stuff today. Now, thankfully, only I think 2 or 3 more Kingdom Hearts episodes and only 1 more Tag Force episode are like this. After those are done, I can finally get to some actual live recordings again. So you guys will actually hear my voice in sync with the game no matter what. I still hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy watching this stuff. If you do like the video, leave a comment and let me know. And if there's something you didn't like that I did in the game, if there's something you didn't like about my commentary or anything, let me know, because if you let me know, then I can properly adjust, and thus I can change. I can adapt, and I can become more of a entertainer, I guess. I can become more entertaining for you. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Oh, one more thing. Since I don't actually have the soundtrack for Tag Force, in the background of this video, you'll be hearing music from Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PlayStation 1. I'd like to point out, that's a game that I will get to. I promise you. That is a game I want to let's play. Oh, yes. I will enjoy doing that. Oh. That's gonna be fun. To me, that's probably gonna be even more fun than this game. I enjoy Forbidden Memories more than the newer games. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, enjoy the music, I guess. Enjoy the sound of my voice doing random things. Or talking about random things, rather. I'm not doing random things with my voice. That was weird. But yeah, not too much. Beat Syrus, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. We did not much this episode except give Syrus a sandwich and duel Syrus. Next episode is a little more eventful. Not in terms of the story, but I actually just do more stuff. So look forward to that in a week's time. Again, these are a week apart for a reason. But I will be doing, just so you know, next week I'll be doing some experimenting with uploading multiple videos a day. So basically, I believe on Tuesday I'll be releasing 2 episodes of Kingdom Hearts. Just to test that one day to see how it kind of goes. And then on Thursday, 1 episode. Friday, 1 episode of Tag Force. And then the week after that, I'll either go back to the schedule or change my schedule accordingly. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.